Hello folks and welcome back to the Vertigo Tea Party, and let's play Planescape Torment. Sarcophagus appears to have been there for centuries. There is no lid. The exterior seems to be made of solid stone. Let's see, that was the row that we don't need. I think we found a journal in here. Pretty sure I read that. This brazier has long since run dry of oil. Only ashes remain in the bottom.
All right.
Ashes in my bottom. Wait, what?
Done. All right.
Okay, let's figure out what the hell we're doing here. This brazier has long since run dry of oil. Same thing.
Done. Done. Done.
So maybe this is an incredibly small room. What's this? Let's check the map.
Done.
I wonder if there's more portals that we can find. I was also wondering that cutscene that we watched. Those little ghosts were hanging out where we started off. Oh, there we go. There's the door. Some of these doors are very hard to see. This is the cutscene, by the way, that played when I went outside the other door, when I crashed in the other video, if you were wondering. And in fact, I think this is where you come out. I'm not 100% sure. But, alright. I'm not going to give voices to these individual people, maybe. Probably just give them a generic voice. Delium, I thought I'd never see you again. It's been, what, 4 years? You look swell, no matter. Say, here's the 100 copper I owe you. I wouldn't return it to sooner, but it was as if you disappeared off the face of Sigil. I got to be eating away now. Delium, fare you well. Okay. Thanks, Hive Dweller. Dustmen stay out of most of the taverns in the Hive, except for the Gathering Dust. There's hardly any but the dead in there. I think I butchered that. Greetings, blood. The woman gives you a coy half-smile. Say, I was considering going for some bub later. Fancy coming along? Perhaps another time, but I've too much to do now. Sorry. Oh. Basically, I was given the options of no and no. And longer no. A lot of people come round here to mourn the dead. There's a right strange dustman at the Dustman Memorial who can tell you if someone you're looking for has died, or bury the name for him if you'd like them remembered. Greetings, blood. The woman gives you a coy half smile. Damn it, all these women all up all over my grill.
All right.
I can understand the dreads. The dreads are pretty banging.
All right.
Yeah, these people are getting a generic voice. Go see the post if you're trying to find your way around. It's standing outside the Gathering Dust Bar. Oh, whoa, hey, is there somebody attacking me? Many folks coming to remember the dead at the Dustman Memorial. There's a dustman there who can put someone's name on the memorial for you. Or, yeah, same thing. Hello, Hive Thug. I don't know why you're all up in my grill right now, but I'm going to punish you for it. Alrighta. Kill his ass, Thug. I don't want no Hive Thugs. Get your ass back here, son. Where you going?
All right.
You running away from me, son?
Done.
I'll take your stuff. Let's see, a rusty dagger.
All right.
I'm
gone.
What else did you have? A bronze bracelet. Well, I have no idea why those guys attacked me. Let's see, frightened Hive Dweller. You see a man in tattered clothing. As you approach him, he suddenly stops and begins to look around. Frightens. Frightened! Damn. You there, hold a moment. The man looks startled, then takes a step back. Eh? What you be wantin', cutter? His voice is shaky, and he seems taken aback by your scars. I ain't nothing on me, so my rags are not worth the trouble. Calm yourself. I'm not here to rob you. I had some questions. He keeps a safe distance, and his eyes dart from side to side, as if expecting something to step out of the shadows. Question, you said? What might those questions be? Can you tell me about this city? What do you want to know about Sigil, then? What is this place? City of doors, the cage. Place where all doors lead to and from. Center of the plains, and gets most of the backwash of all places, too. Some say this is where everybody ends up at one point or another. City of doors? You see, Cutter, the city... He frowns as if struggling with the words. The city's got a batch of doors scattered through it, and you see the doors. He frowns again, then sighs. The doors? Let me rattle my bone box with a little more sense. You see, there's doors all over Sigil, but they don't always look like doors. They're more like portals, see? And they can just about anything. A window frame, a picture frame, an archway, a barrel hoop, a space between a table's legs, or a statue's legs. And you're saying all of these things are doors? He frowns again. Doors, portals could be anything that's closed on all sides. It's hard to tell where they are unless you got a key to the door. That's how you got here, Cutter, through a door. What makes you say that? Well, you don't act like you're from round Sigil, see? What are those keys you mentioned? Each door's got a key, which makes it open, see? Most times you won't even know a door's open around you unless you got the key. Then the door opens, and you can step through and take your chances. Trick is, you know how I was saying the doors can be anything? Well, so can keys. They could be a tune you hum to yourself through the door, a thought you be having about pastries, or a little jig you do. Or maybe the key is an object, like a piece of glass, or a cobblestone, or a broken tooth, anything. Sounds pretty confusing. I've got to click for more. Okay, now, sounds pretty confusing. You get used to it, you do. Where do all these doors in the city go to? He shrugs. Doors can go anywhere, Cutter. Some don't even lead to the same place twice, he sighs. You see, such is the way and number of the doors that they lead to almost anywhere in the plains. Anywhere. It suggests that there are so damned many of them, it's hard finding one that takes you right where you want to go. Let's see, the keys I've already done. Before, you asked if I came through one of those doors. What made you say that? Well, you don't like looking around from Sigil. I've asked that. Can you tell me about Sigil? Oh, nope. That was that question. Can you tell me about these slums? He looks at you warily, and his brow furrows in confusion. What you wanting to know about the Hive, Cutter? Why is it called the Hive? He looks puzzled. I don't know. He looks frightened that he doesn't know the answer. Mess of streets, mess of people, mayhap. What's around here of interest? It's, depends. Depends on what you find interesting, Cutter. I'm looking for a good time. Mort, yeah! Well, he licks his lips. There's a smoldering corpse bar in the Dusty Bar, though you don't look like the Cutter to be drinking bub with the Dusties. Any of the other places round here is just dangerous, so be on your guard. What are the places you mentioned? Well, the smoldering corpse is a few blocks southward of the monastery, and the Dusty Bar is just a little to the south and west of the monastery. I had some other questions. Can you tell me about the Hive? He looks at you warily, and his brow furrows in confusion. What you wanted to know about the Hive, Cutter? Why is it called the Hive? Oh, did I ask him that earlier? I thought it was a different question. What's around here of interest? I'm looking for work. He thinks. Precious little, honest work to be found right here, Cutter. You can hunt some brain vermin for some coppers, pass them off to the branch office of vermin for some jink. Tell you here, but messing around with the brain... Wait, I'm butchering that horribly. To hear tell, but messing with the brain vermin's dangerous work, though. You can also gather some deaders around the Hive, take it to the mortuary for some junk. Jink? Is he mispronouncing junk? Or is he actually saying jink? Where's this branch office? It's next to the Hive Market. Go Spirewood. That's south and west of the mortuary. 3 or 4 blocks and you'll dead end into it. The rat catches mither out in front. Can't miss it. I have some other questions. Go back to the Hive. Of course this is an old game, but I don't have having to go back through the trees just to get to some of these other options. Brain vermin. Nasty little critters. He bares his teeth like a rat. He looks pretty foolish. Alone, they're barely nothing at all. It's just when brain vermin get together, they get all smart the more of them are around each other. They start getting as smart as a human. Nobody in their right mind wants that to happen. Has it to everyone's health, it is. What other work is there in the hive? Let's see. Gather bodies. Aye, the Dusties will pay jink for any debtors you bring to the gates. Not much jink to be made, but enough for the collectors to keep making the rounds. And there's always enough debtors to be found round here. Collectors. Vultures. A lot of them have their kip and rab kippers square. Gather the debtors, scuttle and everything worth jink from them, then sell the bodies back to the Dusties in the mortuary. Why do they do that? Dusties pay jink to people for bringing them debtors out the street and alleys, making the Dusties' lives a little easier to have a batch of hivers collecting bodies for them. A lot of debtors in the hive every day. What other work is there? I had some other questions. I think I did all these. It's around here of interest. I'm looking for someone named Farad. Name's not one I know, Cutter. Who's he? He's a collector, I think. He thinks. Well, then he most likely has his kip and rag pickers square then. You might want to look there. During the day, that is. Not a nice place at night. Where is this rag pickers square located? It's a few blocks from here. Go west from the mortuary as far as you can go, and you'll run right into it. Careful when you're around there, though, Cutter. The collectors there don't always wait for a body to die before collecting it on them, eh? Got it, thanks. I had some other questions. I'm missing a journal. Have you seen one, or do you know where I might find one? You missing a what? No idea what you find such a thing, Cutter. Oh, Jesus. Hello, cat. Oh, you look busy. Let me sit in your lap. He licks his lips as he turns to leave. Cutter, you might think he studies you for a moment. You could spare a few coppers for a blood who helped you on your way? Not many around here. Do that for a fella. Enough for a man to wet his tongue after all that talking, eh? Let's see. I'll spare your life. How's that? Okay, I'm not going to play a total dick. I've got a pretty decent amount of money. Let's give him 10 coppers. He glances around to see if anyone saw the exchange, then tucks the jink in the folds of his robe. Thank you kindly, Cutter. May the lady's shadow pass you by. Wait a minute. Lady, what do you mean? The mistress of Sigil? You not heard of her? She must be blessed or more... Wait, what? What is that word? Ye must be blessed or more... Cluel? I don't know. You must be blessed or more something. Know little about Sigil indeed. Lady's words law here in Sigil. Except she don't say much. Dead silent she is, actually. What else could you tell me about this lady? He looks at you warily. Don't want to be talking too much about her, Cutter. You don't want to cross her shadow, nor be singing her praises, all right. Let's just say no more about it. Ratting the bone box about the lady is a dim indeed.
What's up?
Okay, let's go ahead and save. Yeah, let's talk to this harlot, whose name is Harlot. You see a tired-looking woman dressed in a tight leather bodice and leggings. The odor of cheap perfume surrounds her like a cloud, and her face is covered with a mask of crude makeup. She smiles as she sees you. Why don't you stay and chat with me a bit, love? Greetings. The woman looks coyly at you. Now you look to be a blood who lost something. Mayhap I can help you find it, Cutter? She smiles slightly. Oh? What good fortune! We probably lost what we're looking for back at your kip, miss. Actually, I'm missing a journal. She seems confused. What are you about? Forget the journal. Maybe you could help me find what I'm really missing. Her tone becomes businesslike. Aye, love. Now that's the matter of a finder's fee. I see. How much? Some coppers for a glance at what you're missing, and 10 coppers to actually find what you're missing. Done. I think you found what you're looking for. Come along then, love. Okay, that's it then, Cutter. I had some questions for you. Well, now that I can concentrate. The woman frowns. I'm not a tout. She frowns, then rubs 2 fingers together. Unless you've got some jink to pay for my time. I can pay you how much? For a handsome bastard like yourself, she gives a wide smile, revealing a row of dirty teeth. 3 coppers will be enough to loosen mid-tongue. She licks her lips, then frowns. Other questions of a deeper channel cost you more, though. Sounds fair. Here's 3 commons. Aye, then. She slips the jink into her palm, where it promptly vanishes. Now, there are some things I wanted to know. Ask your questions, love. Can you tell me about Sigil? Her eyes narrow suspiciously. The city? What about it? What is it? What Sigil, you mean? She shrugs, looking around. It's the city beneath your feet and rising to either side of you. Makes visitors' stomachs gallop, it does. Where exactly is Sigil? Sent out the plains to hear it told. If you believe that wash, why is it a wash? Well now, love, according to the graybeards and scholars and governors and all the rest of them rattling their brain boxes, they say the plains go on forever. Who's to say where the center is? I had some other questions. Can you tell me what's of interest around here? Depends on your interest, Cutter. I'm looking for a good time. I already made you an offer, love, and it's not an unfair price. Don't know nowhere else you might be enjoying the delights you'd have with me. What else is around of interest? I'm looking for work. You asking me? What you thinking of becoming of the sisterhood, are you? She nearly buckles over in laughter. The screeching is similar to a drunken harpy's. Eventually, the gales of laughter subside as she takes a deep breath. Yeah, you're a rich man, you are. What else is around here of interest? That's all she knows. Let's go back to other questions. I don't want to leave because she might charge me again to talk to her. Because that's how she is. I'm looking for someone named Farad. Farad? Now that's one of the greater docs, love. If you be wanting to know about that blood, there'll be thrice the coppers of a normal asking. Here's 9 commons. She gives you coins a once over, then shrugs and pockets them. What you be wanting to know about old Farad? At that price, anything you can tell me about him. She shrugs. Chant is he's a collector boss. He has a whole bunch of bloods in his shadow. Where can I find him? Now, no one knows for dead sure, but if I were to suggest a place, love, I'd say Ragpicker's Square. Ragpicker's Square? Aye, a big old heap of rags and trash 3 blocks due west of the mortuary. All the collectors stake their kip there. Chances are Farad's got his kip there too. I already know what a collector is, so I don't really need to ask. I'm looking for a journal. No idea where you find such a thing, love. You might look elsewhere. I know some places you might start. I think that's probably it. Yes. You're lost. When you get tired of losing things and need to find some things, love, you come see me. I'll keep that in mind. Farewell. Chief, can you spot me some jink? It's been a long time, it has. I'm not even going to ask how you intend to accomplish this. The woman breaks in. It's twice the cost for the member or any other degenerates. Member? Member's a talking encyclopedia. That's me, Chief. I see. Let's see. I see. Well, don't sweat it, Mort. From the looks of her, I'm probably saving you from dying twice. May a pock shrivel your innards. You have the stinking fashion sense of a goat herd, and you're twice as ugly.
New taunts, all right.
Mort stares, hypnotized, as the harlot lets loose a stream of obscenities. At the end of the verbal avalanche, Mort is silent for a moment, then turns to you. Wow, Chief, got a few more taunts for the old arsenal. He turns back to the harlot, who is catching her breath. I'm also in love. Wow. I wonder if he actually will use new taunts. I like how these dudes are just dead in the city.
Done.
Well, I was going to say murdered. I didn't really murder. It was self-defense. I can't be blamed for that.